Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the sheep or the goat if you would prefer. So let's just give these a good shuffle up and let's see what the week has in store for you. Just going to give them a little bit of a shake around. Eyes closed so I can stop there and take that one from the bottom, that one from the middle, and that one from the top. We've got a black, black, white. Okay, so black isn't always an attack and white isn't always all right. It's down to the compatibilities when we flip them. But the black is basically, it could be better at this point. But we are going to have a positive outlook at the end of this where, you know, things could be worse for you. So it's all good. We're going to jump straight in there with that snake card, the negative karmic card. And I think really this could be a symbol of frustration in a relationship or emotionally something that's emotionally exhausting or draining. And when I say relationship, it doesn't have to be a romantic one. This could be friendships, this could be family, this could be work colleagues. I think right now that frustration is leading to something. You've got much to offer. You have got much to offer, but there's a lot being taken from you. There's a lot of demand for you, and I see this as more of a time thing. I think people are wanting you to delegate time in an unreasonable way, where everybody's like, oh, I need you to do this for me. Oh, can you come over this Saturday? Can you you know, look after this or do this that day? Can you get? And it's all just like, well, hold up, where are you getting all the time to do all of this? It's seeming a little bit unrealistic. I think in some ways this isn't really a long-term thing, but it is something that could go on for a while depending on the commitments that you have. I think really there is no benefit from it. It's just something that you're going to have to sort of push through. That kind of frustrating phase. It's like a frustrating chapter right now. Simply because, and I think this is because you're being pulled around here, there, and everywhere, but these commitments are dedications. They're things that you are responsible for. They're things that you can't necessarily say no to, though you can definitely procrastinate and get frustrated on sort of being pulled in those directions. I don't think this, as I say, is a long-term thing. It's not a permanent thing. It is temporary, but it could go on for some time depending on those commitments and how long it takes you to sort of tie up loose ends. And this could feel very exhausting, and it could, in some ways, make you forget the many talents that you do have, because you have many talents and you are a personality that is of a very good nature. That good nature, though, has a limit, and where those limits lie is with you. Every sheep has horns. Every goat has a horn, has those horns. And if things start to push too close to, you know, those boundaries or across the line, you know you're going to start headbutting and you're going to start pushing back. It hasn't got to that yet, though, I don't think. I think right now it's just something that you're observing. It's an observation. That snake is a thinking card. It's a thinker. It's thinking about the implications. You're thinking about it. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe you're thinking too much on it, and that's what's leading to frustration. Maybe it's your own thought process that's leading to frustration. We've got the black rooster jumping in there now. That's the second time today that's popped up. So that's either a that's either a declaration on my shuffling, or it's to go with that snake there as that kind of self-critic, that kind of self-criticism, that kind of over observation, overthinking, over sort of analyzing things. I think right now that with the way that you're feeling, it's very easy to shun others or shun extra work or other tasks that might seem harder. And I think it's the discipline that's frustrating you. It's the dedication, the responsibility, the duty that you have. You can't just say no to your sort of parents, your children, your boss, your work colleagues, these people that you're involved in, the people you're responsible for, the people you have a duty for, the people you've committed to. You can't just say no to them without consequences and sort of, a bigger negative outcome in the future. And this is something that you are contemplating. It's something that you're thinking. It's something that's been on your mind. It's something that you spend a lot of time kind of thinking, well, how have I got enough time in the day to do this? How have I got enough time in the day to keep everybody happy? And I think the truth of it is don't. the truth of it is don't try and keep everybody happy. I'm not saying that you should neglect any duties, responsibilities, or obligations that you may have or have previously committed to. Not at all. But you don't need to make everybody happy. You don't need to do everything that everybody asks of you. You don't need to be pulled from one room into another. You don't need to answer the phone. You don't need to do anything that's going to take more time out of your day. You haven't got a lot of time as it is, so why waste it? Why waste it? Especially at this time when it can be so close to pushing you into frustration and bringing out the worst in you. And that could potentially be a result of that black rooster there. But it's okay, because the white rabbit is here to save the day. And that that white rabbit is the catalyst card, which is in your affinity triangle, which is coming in to push out change now, to push through that change, to make things happen. They go together, the sheep and the rabbit. They are very compatible. You are compatible mostly with the rabbit and the pig personalities. That rabbit card is again like a catalyst card. It's change. Things are going to start looking better. Things are definitely going to start looking up. I think right now you need to have this in mind. You need to keep your mind focused. You need to put on your charm. You need to put on that smile. You need to smile and wave, sheep. Just smile and wave. That's what you need to do, because, as I say, this isn't a permanent thing, and it may take a little while to get through it, but it is only temporary. And I think right now the dynamic that you're in is one where you feel tired, exhausted, taken advantage of, just pulled from pillar to post, or stuck between a pillar and a post, or a rock and a hard place. I'm not sure. But however that saying goes, that's how you feel. You feel kind of like, there's never going to be an end to this. And that's what's making you procrastinate. It's what's making you frustrated, and it's making you less confident with moving forward and claiming that success, which is yours to it's literally there. It's for you to claim. There's success there in abundance to have. I think right now your emotional sort of side of things is being tested, because you're a very emotional, intelligent person. You're a very kind of emotionally open with yourself. I think right now communication is the key here, because you're going to find it very easy to just sympathize with people. You don't have to be frustrated. You don't have to say sorry, not to sympathize with people, but to have people sympathize with you, because you don't have to say enough is enough, you've pushed me too far, I'm going to now push back, and I'm putting my foot down and I'm butting in with my horns to say back off. You don't need to let it get that far. You can simply just say, look, I've got too much going on. I'm too busy. I'm already overloaded, over encumbered. I've already got too much going on. I honestly cannot take any more. And if people don't respect that and they push you further, then yeah, headbutt them, metaphorically, as that kind of sheep person. Stand up for yourself and say, no, I've said no. And then do what sheep do best. Only you know that, because you are that sheep. However, whether you try to take the moral high ground, or the more kind of like keep everybody happy kind of road, or you do say, look, enough is enough, I can't do this anymore, it is going to come out in a more positive way for you, or you're going to have a positive outcome more so than a negative one, because you're being led by that white rabbit. And that white rabbit, for a sheep, is a very, very good leader. Follow that white rabbit. Follow the idea of communicating, opening up, being more diplomatic, being a little bit more like, look, I need time for me. This is me. I need to look out for me. And that is where you need to consider your biggest priority right now. And that's with you. And we'll find out how you guys get on next week when we come back and do another reading for all the guys born in the year of the sheep. I'll be back tomorrow for another reading for the monkeys and the roosters. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'll be back then. If I don't see you, I will see you next week when we come back next Thursday. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.